Welcome back to the coin world, old coin review and value. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1984 5-cent coin, a simple piece of pocket change that might just be worth more than you think. While many people overlook the nickel, the 5-cent coin from 1984 holds a special place in numismatic circles due to its history, mintage varieties, design changes, and some surprising errors that make specific pieces extremely collectible. So grab your magnifying glass and your old coin stash, because by the end of this video, you might realize that your 1984 nickel is actually a treasure in disguise. They're these. The 19845 CENT coin comes from a long line of nickels, dating back to 1866, when the shield nickel first appeared. Over time, the design transitioned to the Liberty head, the Buffalo nickel, and eventually, the Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, and still used today with some modifications. The Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag, whose iconic design would remain mostly unchanged for decades. By 1984, the Jefferson nickel had become a staple of U.S. coinage, familiar to everyone, yet often overlooked by collectors. The coin featured President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The year 1984 marked an era when minting technology was improving, yet quality control inconsistencies still allowed for some remarkable errors. That combination of classic design and collectible quirks makes the 1984 5-cent coin worth a deep dive. The 1984 5-cent coin was minted at two primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. 12. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 550 million nickels that year, while Denver contributed nearly 570 million. Despite these high numbers, not all coins are created equal. Some rare varieties and errors from both mints have captured collectors' attention. The coins from Philadelphia bore no mint mark at the time, while those from Denver were marked with a small d to the right of Monticello. Knowing your mint source is the first step in identifying potential value in a 1984 nickel. The obverse of the 1984 nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, America's third president. The inscriptions include the word Liberty, the year 1984, and Jefferson's profile, which was taken from a 1938 design. Competition. One subtle but collectible feature includes strong strike quality. Coins with bold, full steps on Monticello are particularly valuable. Some collectors look for sharp details in Jefferson's hair and cheekbone, signs of a well-struck coin. Variations in die wear, polish, and hub strength can affect the overall aesthetic and grading of these nickels. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's stately Virginia home, is depicted with stunning architectural clarity. Above Monticello, you'll find the words E pluribus unum, and below, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. A rare and sought-after feature is the full steps. The obverse of the 1984 nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, America's third president. The inscriptions include the word Liberty, the year 1984, and Jefferson's profile, which was taken from a 1938 design competition. One subtle but collectible feature includes strong strike quality. Coins with bold, full steps on Monticello are particularly valuable. Some collectors look for sharp details in Jefferson's hair and cheekbone, signs of a well-struck coin. Variations in die wear, polish, and hub strength can affect the overall aesthetic and grading of these nickels. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's stately Virginia home, is depicted with stunning architectural clarity. Above Monticello, you'll find the words E pluribus unum, and below, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. A rare and sought-after feature is the full steps designation, which requires at least 5 visible and unbroken steps on Monticello. This level of detail is often obscured by worn dies or poor strikes, so finding a full steps 1984 nickel can be quite rewarding. Some reverse dies were overused or poorly maintained in 1984, leading to faded ore. Now let's talk errors, because this is where the 1984 5-cent coin becomes particularly exciting. One of the most notable errors is the double die obverse DDO. These are coins where elements like Liberty and 1984 appear doubled. Another error involves off-center strikes, where the coin design is misaligned. These can range in value based on how extreme the error is. Die cracks and cuts are also fairly common in 1984 nickels due to the heavy use of mint equipment during high mintage years. Clipped blankets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a faulty blank, are also known to exist for this year. The most prized 1980 for nickels are those with full steps from either mint, especially in MS65 or higher condition. A 1980 full steps nickel graded MS66 or higher can fetch over $500 $1,000 at auction due to its rarity. The 1984 full steps nickel is slightly more common, but still valuable, with high-grade examples reaching $300 plus. If a coin also has an error like doubling or mistrike, its value can rise exponentially, sometimes exceeding $2,000. Always consult professional grading services, like PCGS or NGC when you suspect your coin may be high value. Collectors often hunt 1984 nickels in uncirculated mint sets or original bank rolls, where pristine specimens are more likely to be found. The hunt for full steps varieties has created a dedicated sub-niche in Jefferson nickel collecting, with 1984 as a key date. The best way to start collecting 1984 nickels is to look for crisp details, error signs, and then get professional certification for serious finds. So, the next time you come across a humble 1984 nickel, don't overlook it. It could be a key to your next big find. Thank you for watching. To like, share, and subscribe to the Coins World.